Nothing is more Australian than a roast lamb in the oven. But you know what? The Greeks are pretty good at cooking lamb as well. And this is a little tip to make a Greek-style lamb in an oven at home. I'm going to make it with my rotisserie, and it's really easy to do. Now, what you need to start with is either some lamb shoulder or some lamb leg that's been cut into flat pieces, about the size of your hand and about as thick as the thickest part of your ham. Now, once you've got the lamb like this, pop it into a bowl and then add some herbs. Nothing's more Greek than rosemary and thyme together. You could put some oregano or marjoram in as well, but these two go perfectly. Now, it's not Greek unless it's got garlic in there, so plenty of chopped garlic as well. And I'll add some fennel seed. Sometimes I use the fennel ground, but I love the seed. It gives it a great flavour and it's really good for your belly as well. Now, pepper. I'm using cracked pepper and a fair bit of pepper there, about 2 tablespoons. Spread it all around and that'll give it a really, really nice flavour. Now, salt loves meat, meat loves salt, and I know the Greeks love their meat as well. And I know they love plenty of salt on it, so make sure you don't forget that. Now, I'm using some lemon here. I'm going to zest some of this over the top to give it a lovely bit of zing. We use the zest because it's full of lemon oil and that gives it a really strong flavour. But it's also the lemon juice as well that makes it taste nice. So once you've zested your lemon, you just cut it in half like that and squeeze that lemon straight on top. And here's another little tip. I like to squeeze the lemon through my fingers here. So if there are any little pips on there, I'll catch them and they won't go into the lamb. There you go, plenty of lemon juice on there as well, and extra virgin olive oil. I love the olive oil because it makes it really flavoursome and it helps to lubricate the cooking as well. The oil helps the lamb to fry, and as the fat from the lamb renders down as well, it all comes together beautifully. Now, it's just a matter of mixing it around like this to make sure all those ingredients cover all of the pieces of lamb. Now, I say this all the time, marinate it overnight or at least for an hour, but you know me, I like to get it straight into the oven. So once you've got it like this, it's just a matter of grabbing your rotisserie skewer, and this is what's going to make it fantastic. This in the oven, it's almost like cooking it on a barbecue outside. Now, the trick is to grab the pieces and pop it onto the skewer like that. You might need to put a little bit of pressure on it if you need to, or you can just punch a hole in it with a knife or a skewer and then put it down the skewer like that. All I need to do is load this on nice and slowly till it's all on there together, and then I'll show you what to do next. There we go, the last little piece on there. That's nice and easy. And I like to put a little bit of a shallot or onion on the end of it just to hold it all down. And as it's cooking, that flavour of the onion as it roasts goes all the way through it. And then you grab this little piece on the end here. This holds it all in place and push it all the way down into the meat. You want to be quite firm here and make sure it's all the way down, and make sure you screw it in nice and tight like that to hold it in place. And then you're good to go. Now, I'll wash my hands here and I'm going to show you a little tip. Now, the juices coming off the lamb here are going to be delicious and I don't want to waste any of them. So what I like to do is grab my oven tray like this, give it a little bit of a spray, and that holds the glad bake in place. Tear off a nice piece like that, pop it on the bottom there, and then all I need to do is grab the potatoes, pop them straight onto the tray here like that. I don't need to worry about oiling them or seasoning them. I don't need to do anything from them because all of that will come from the lamb. From the top, it'll drip down on the potatoes and they're almost going to be better than the lamb. Well, almost anyway. Now, I've preheated my oven to 200 degrees Celsius. And when I get over to the oven, I'm going to slot this little piece into the motor hole and then pop this little piece on the special rack that holds it all in place. Then I'll set the function for rotisserie, set the temperature for 200 degrees, and watch this go round and round. Slot the potatoes underneath, and I've got the perfect Greek feast. Look at that. Smells fantastic, all the flavours you want and the crispness on the outside. Potatoes have soaked up all the juices, and the thing I love about this is you've got a great little handle on the end to hold it. So if you want to transport around or if you want to carve it, which is what I'm about to do, it's all good to go. So with a knife like this, I just slice it all the way down the end here. And what I like to do is turn it around so I get all these crispy bits off. And this is the thing, a lot of people like their lamb really, really crispy. So you can take off all the pieces like this, and then pop the kebab skewer back in the oven and cook the lamb the rest of the way. Now I'll pop this down here like that. That looks great like that. And I'll pick up my knife here and pop these bits of lamb all over the potatoes. This is how I like to serve it. Lots of lamb on top, all the juices going in there. To me, the little crunchy bits, the crispy bits, are the best part. So be able to put it back in the oven and crisp it up again, to me, is a huge win. Now, everyone knows that I'm half Italian, but I tell you what, when you can cook lamb like this, Greek style, I might be 5% Greek. What do you think of that? Squeeze a lemon on top, a bit of parsley on there as well. That is a beautiful feast. Served with some yogurt and some lovely salad. I'll have a little taste of that. Nice little crunchy bit over the end there. That is lamb cooked the way it should be. Crisp to perfection, lots of flavour in there. That is a beautiful dish.